ballsy TP out, but inside the creep wave, that rocket barrage being spread a little bit with the damage as FNG playing very forward there towards the IO, chasing in with the spirits. Tap, tap, tap. FNG back with the brain sap. Tiger stays alive through it. Tanks up the creeps and dies. That is very unfortunate for him.
Remember when Tether stunned the unbalanced?
And CK IO mid lane, I don't miss that. Boxy. There's another dust up here, this time on the Slardar towards Ricky. There's the bash. Dark Willow tries with the Bramble Maze. First crown onto the Rubik. Skitter tries to blink away, but Biva's here.
He has another stun and a sprint plus Orb of Venom. That's a dead Dark Willow probably.
Waiting for the Shadow Realm, and there it is. Biva behind his tier 1, unfortunately.
Bashed again. That's 10% if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but that's way more than 10%.
I mean, what? He 12, 13 hits there, and he got 3 or 4 bashes.
Yep.
It's not too bad. Bottom. There's a fight going on there. I think Ricky might be in trouble top, but it's going to be Tiger finally dying. IO falls. Skitter dusted, hiding inside the smoke screen as best he can, but there's another crush. The dust about to wear off. Can he survive? No! There's a secondary dust. Insania and Boxy on form, but Mickey bottom. With a rotation from 9, Hester Joe will finally take down that pesky dual lane.
They need to focus IO. If they can get behind them, use a sleep, and then use a combo on IO. After that, they can kill Gyro. IO doesn't have a bottle yet. He's far away from it. But they should try to focus him. Also good rotation from the Ember Spirit. He knows that he can't do too much on the mid lane right now, considering that the Visage is level 6. So pretty impossible to kill. And there's a ton of kill potential from the Visage side.
Oh, Gyro. There is an IO coming. Tether ready. Comes through to save the day. But the Searing chains onto 2 might make this a little bit nasty for Alliance. Mickey kept alive. But a sleight of fist from 9 finally takes him down. Homing missile donks back the Centaur. But that TP, I don't know who it was from. But in the end, gets cancelled.
Exactly what I just said. Ember Spirit knows that he can't do anything on a mid lane. So he killed the hero. Waited in the jungle for him to TP back. And now he needs to run back with the Gyro, no boots. This is going to cripple Gyro a lot.
And after such a good early laning stage, definitely can get under your skin a little bit. Insania with a ward that likely gets taken down here. 4 heroes surround that poor little Rubik. Get a 3-man shrine going. And Team Spirit ready for their next move.
Oh man, another bash on top.
He's got this Corrosive Haze going now as well. Good TP from FNG. Keeps the Slardar back. IO Gyro. Sticking around bottom. Holding hands. Biva with a Haste Rune. Heads back in towards mid. Qualifier. What are we looking at? Medallion double null. Does have these 2 familiars going. Scouting out the rune, but not able to deny it or stop Biva from getting it.
The only thing Ricky is doing right now, he's using Blink Strike, but not attacking after. So he's not revealing himself. Trying to last hit the creeps with just a Blink Strike. That's 100 damage.
That's pretty clever. What's going on in this jungle? Lots of pings here from FNG. They've got an Observer Ward on Biva. They've smoked, though, under a Radiant Observer. Alliance will have seen this coming. And you can see Qualifier resummoning the familiars, hiding and scanning now, making sure that the backstab will come to nothing from Team Spirit. So wasting a lot of time here, moving in this jungle, the 2 supports. Alliance looking to set up for a big stack take now. FNG scouts it. Tiger with the spirits looking just to fall back for now as the Cursed Crown and the Bramble Maze thrown in onto mid. Okay, Stampede forward, but they're held back for a little time. The burst damage, though, and Gyro's gone. Boxy arrives now with the Corrosive Haze and the nice little smash. Boxy is taken down 1 as Hester Joe falls. 9 has a remnant. Speedily retreats, but Biva might not be so lucky. Shadow Realm in 5 seconds with a TP, but I think his days are numbered as Boxy gets a double. Insania, lift up. No follow through, and mid lane a bit of damage onto the tier 1. So Alliance responding well.
And that's a good rotation from Slaughter. But Ricky's now farming on top. Ricky doesn't do too much unless he gets the items. So he's really not a threat.
Bounty runes.
Dire's middle tower is under
Poor little Io couldn't defend his own. And a big old stack here. What are we looking at for Gyro? Level 1 flak, level 3 rocket barrage, and oh, he's not level 6 yet on Mickey. Having a few struggles in this game. Actually, let's take a look at hero levels overall. Visage 9, Slardar 8, and you've got 866 on the 3 Dire cores. But it really is just the Gyro that's a bit down in the dumps after the, what, 3 deaths in a row?
Yeah. That's just good play from Ember Spirit, good rotations. They're gonna farm this stack. It's always a pleasure to watch someone farm a stack like that. Oh.
There's one creep left, and Hester Cho will make sure to take it himself. Slardar, 300 gold off the blink. That relocate really was an interesting little movement there. Scares off Team Spirit, but they do not save their stack. What's the next move for Qualifier then? Base boots, double null, medallion. Usually, oh, for me anyway, I'm very much used to the Helm of the Dominator build. As Mickey drops, FNG finds that kill. Bottom, Skitter. With the help here from Insania, they'll find the Dark Willow that the Ricky has got himself away. Stampede will buy time for Biver to retreat as well. I don't think Qualifier can go too deep there. Does give up on the chase.
So since our ulti is going to be really good against the IO, they can easily get on top of him.
So yeah, Visage going for a big tank build here. Pipe and Solar Crest queued up. Why no Helm?
I think Helm is not that popular anymore in Visage. Yes, you have the extra unit, the region, but if you just want to snowball, I think you can snowball easier with a hero, with the item like a pipe. In this situation, you have Centaur, who deals only magical damage. You have Ember Spirit as well, plus a Dark Willow. Pretty much everything right now is magical.
And I guess it forces you to play as a team, right? You start playing that 5-man game.
Yeah, you can easily take down tier 1, then tier 2s, because they can fight into pipe that early on. And then it opens up the Roche for you, and then you try to go for tier 3s after.
Team Spirit, boots of travel now up on Ember, so 9 looking reasonably good this game. Ricky has started catching up, still a little bit behind that Gyro, and now might drop even further behind as the bash comes out after the crush. Boxy won't commit onto this, and Ricky forced to run away with the help of the Stampede as that relocate gets busted out by Alliance, but there will be no reward for it. And here is the 5-man. Now down to 3 as the relocate takes the Gyro back in towards mid. And this is something that Spirit might be able to exploit, knowing that relocate's down and that Alliance are 3 members only in this bottom lane. Catapult with the Visage here, chunking into the tier 1, but FNG, Fiend's Grip ready. And the Spirit going to TP forward, but there's the kill on the creep. The Terrorize arrives onto 3 of them, and Alliance, and they do get the Visage gripped up. Damage coming through, and Qualifier is dead. Boxy and Insania trying to fight into this, but the tricks of the trade, zoning them out quite nicely until Boxy finds the 1v1. Centaur trapped with birds, and Slardar with them. Gyro's come in from the back end with a call down to 2. FNG being tracked back, but the Nightmare's there. Mickey trades it over. Nice little play by Tigers, Io, and Boxy. He's cleared them all up. Team Spirit lose 3 heroes in quick succession. They do have a bit of split push going.
I mean, they had Ember Spirit with Boots of Travel, so he was playing super greedy, who had double damage in the bottle. If he was there, that they could easily wipe Alliance.
And he's greedily pushing out that top lane. Boxy, he's looking at this Remnant timer. Yeah, 9. Very, very wisely. Takes that route of escape.
And this Largo is causing so much problems for them. Just in and out. Has a Guardian sprint. If he feels threatened, there's always Io who can connect to him.
Io and Gyro spotted by the last 15 seconds of that Observer ward.
And it's also a good setup. You have Slaughter just sprinting in, Blink Dagger into Crush, plus Relocate. A lot of kill potential. Also, you can just send the birds.
Yeah. If you have birds, waiting, you know, just over some trees somewhere, that Blink Crush into Familiar chain stun could be some easy kills.
The Roche potential from Alliance is just insane. If they take a fight, the next fight they take, if Slaughter and the Visage survive, they'll just go Roche.
Mickey, do you have something on this courier? Drums?
They're waiting for grip.
Mickey does have the IO here. Terrorize those, sends the IO back, so the tether is now broken, and Gyro left all alone versus 3. Foxy arrives with a Nightmare there. FNG now back in with a stomp. Insania in trouble, steals the Nightmare. No time to really use it now, though, as the Stampede arrives. Another good tether in onto Foxy, but the damage from 9. The Remnants clear them up, and one by one, Alliance will die. Skitter with a triple kill on Ricky, and Team Spirit burst them down one by one. Alliance in shambles in that fight.
They have amazing team fight when they bring Ember Spirit, which they just did. Also another double damage room picked up by Ember, and Centaur has Crimson Guard, which is gonna mitigate a ton of the damage from Gyro, from Slaughter, and Visage Birds as well. I love the build on Hestejo. Doesn't need a Blink Dagger that early on.
Yeah, I've even seen, you know, watching a bit of Kezu's stream, watching a few of these offlaners play in high-level pubs. I've seen Centaur just like, who needs Blink? By Crimson, by Pipe, by Heart, I'm going to walk into the fight and see if you can deal with me.
Yeah, okay, so Alliance, they don't even want to win a fight. I mean, they want to win a fight, but they didn't win a fight, they lost it, and now they're going for a Roche. It goes down so quickly. -11 armor with Medallion and Corrosive Haze.
That's definitely a feel-good moment. They give it over to Qualifier, wrapping up the Aegis there on the Visage. But when momentum's not going your way, having this nice little fail-safe in the Aegis now on this Visage.
The problem with the Alliance lineup, yes, they can use Io and Gyro to be on a different side of the map, go with other 3, relocate, but they're gonna get split push because they have
they found the
Ricky and Ember.
Nice smoke screen. Nightmare and Stampede. Get that Ricky out of danger. Bottom lane tier 2, glyphed up, but Catapult with 3 Team Spirit heroes here, definitely taking a lot of action. Alliance trying to get a trade out of this. They've got relocate with a Gyro from middle if a fight brews anywhere on the map. Team Spirit seem to be playing this very slow and steady. They don't appear to be panicking. They don't feel that they need to go and make any big moves anytime soon. Whereas, do you feel Alliance are on somewhat of a clock here against Spirit?
Yeah, their heroes don't scale that much. You have Visage, who's gonna drop off in the late game, and you have Gyro, who's not the best late game carry, plus Slaughter. He's strong when he gets a Blink Dagger, but then there's a huge gap between his Blink Dagger and second and third item.
Yeah, we used to see like a Hand of Midas after Blink, right? Just to try and keep your hero farming. This time around, Boxy with Helm of the Dominator, it looks like. Give him a bit more solo kill power, but just that shove. Have a nice little aura here to keep this momentum going. Finally, Alliance have a little bit of a net worth lead here as it dips up and down. Very awkwardly as we just see bottom lane. Like what 9 is doing right now really is what's helping Team Spirit so much, shoving these waves all the way towards the tier 3, knowing that Alliance are playing this very heavily grouped up and unit-based playstyle. They've got to keep coming back with the Gyro and the Io to defend. And that's when you start wasting relocate. That's when you start having Team Spirit spread the map a little thinner.
Yeah, but you need almost 3 seconds to relocate. Ricky now has a Diffusal Blade. He can solo kill 2, maybe even 3 heroes on the side of Alliance.
Nice telekinesis, just in time. Will he survive though? Ricky ulti and Insania dies. It is just a Rubik after all. And Alliance, Gyro BKB well on its way. About 1,500 gold off it. So we should be seeing that around 22 minutes or so. What's Aegis timer like? 2 minutes? It feels like as soon as Gyro gets BKB, the Aegis will have expired.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, but the Alliance needs to be careful about getting caught when they're putting Io and Gyro on one side of the map and other 3 heroes on a different side. Because Ricky can just scout it. You have Ember Spirit who can travel, use Boots of Travel, and if things don't go well, there's always a Centaur ulti.
Biva holding that Terrorize for the longest time. Boxy, no blink for 4 seconds. It would have been a beautiful 3-man crush if he'd had it, but unfortunately, time is on Team Spirit's side. They do pop a few spells here to get out. Alliance might feel a little bit emboldened now to move forward. They're clearing out a big stack with a Gyro IO. And they're also pushing at the same time, so they're accomplishing multiple objectives off the back of a decent little skirmish. But will this get them the momentum they need? Money in the pockets of the Alliance boys.
Pretty close game so far, only 1k gold lead for Alliance. A lot of sentries from Team Spirit. They just want to devour their side of the map. They don't have any wards on the Radiant one. Like they see nothing.
Alliance are definitely building to win in the next like 10 minutes, right? Like the items they're going, you know, Helm, everyone's buying BKBs now. It feels like they want to close it out in the near future, whereas Team Spirit, you know, Ember and Ricky, they can just keep on scaling. They've got no thoughts of buying BKB for the next like 20 minutes or something.
Yeah, they really don't need BKBs here. Ricky is going for Manta style. He just wants to get rid of the corrosive haze, can dodge.
Homing missile.
Homing missile, yeah.
Soul assumption. Dodge that.
It gives good stats to Ricky.
Yeah, absolutely does. And your illusions are invisible as well, right?
Yes. Oh, they're gonna find him. They're gonna find him.
2-man stomp. In we go. Terrorize as well. Very simple kills here. Absolutely annihilated. A split push from the rest of Alliance down bottom. It will make Team Spirit feel a little bit awkward, even if they did just get 2 beautiful kills. But FNG making the call to go and set up for a fight. Spotted here by a beautiful little observer ward as they see the TPs coming in, and now the Centaur caught with a crush. The chain stun with the familiars holding Hester Joe in place.
Stolen Centaur ulti.
Amber remnanting, searing chains on the visage. Qualifier nowhere to hide, trapped in the trees. 5 heroes pretty much down here for Team Spirit to clear up Alliance. They're chasing in for even more. Look at Bivo go. Insania turns back with a Bedlam, the crush onto 2, but that's Insania's life gone. FNG with Skitter jumping forward will get nice. Triple kill, but in comes the Gyro. The IO tethers him up. The BKB for mid-K trying to kill off the Centaur, and he succeeds at long last. But the Ricky and the tricks of the trade, 9 and Skitter, both lurking around. The chains will connect, but they're already back in Fountain.
Okay, so this is gonna be, I think, really hard for Alliance past 40 minute. Team Spirit late game is just so good. When Centaur gets his Aghanim Scepter, and that should be his next item, he's gonna mitigate a ton of the damage. He shouldn't use that to run away. Instead, just use it in a team fight.
I'm just wondering, because Alliance hasn't had a fight where they're like 5v5.
Yeah.
It's always like a 5v3, and then Gyro and Io come in a little bit late.
Also, Ember Spirit is really big this game. Level 16 has 1 second searing chain, so 4 seconds. That lasts almost. Yeah, that lasts almost as tricks of the trade. So do a full ulti
on 2 people.
Yeah.
Damn. And that fight there for Alliance, that was the Gyro BKB fight. It was meant to be game defining for them. It was meant to give them that opportunity just to steamroll forward. You do have to feel good about this team spirit lineup, as Ember just hasn't been killed, and it doesn't feel like there's any threat of him ever being killed. Again, like the item decisions, Visage hasn't built towards, now has Hex queued up, which is fair enough, but Force Staff, Pipe, and Solar Crest, nothing there really to deal with the Ember.
One of the items that is really good against the Ember and the best against Riki, besides the Force Staffs, you can Force Staff yourself out of the smoke screen and ulti, is Rod of Aethas, because he can't use ulti and he can't use Blink Strike.
Can't do anything when you're rooted. Who do you reckon gets one of those?
Well, Visage could have gotten one, but Hex is a better late game option, since Riki is building towards Manta style, and Ember Spirit already has Yule Scepter, so to waste to dispel it.
Oh, Tiger, no. I hate it when this happens. Getting cucked by the terrain.
King of the Hill. You remember that tournament, right? From Dota 1?
Yeah. Farm for Fame, yeah. That goes back a long way. Dota Pride, Farm for Fame, King of the Hill. Smoke up from Spirit. Tight group here as they move up the ramp towards the Ancient Stack being farmed by Mickey. He gets rooted, and this is their time to strike. Terrorized for the BKB, and Io still alive. They jump forward. Tiger taking a lot of damage, but he's not dead just yet. Mickey now no longer with a partner, turns back towards Hester Joe. Centaur rips to shreds. And Alliance losing only one, getting two in exchange. Can they go for more? Boxy wants in. He's got Blink in a second, and I think Bibbo might be in a bit of trouble here. Into the Shadow Realm, he sends himself. The damage from Alliance not coming through, and the TP will successfully take him home.
That was a sloppy execution from Team Spirit. They tried to go on a gyro. Centaur was far away. Didn't even connect his stun. It was really far away, though. So if he pops the BKB, they try to grip him, but it really didn't work because Io was just healing him. You have Birds, you have Slaughter, who were untouched in that fight.
That was such a crisp move there. I love that from Boxy and Qualifier. Like, they see the Bane coming down and they time it so that the Bane is trapped in the river with no vision uphill from across here. And Boxy just waiting. Comes in, takes the bounty and the kill. And FNG feeling a little bit sad for himself, but he's bought Tranquils. But he'll be fine. Tranquils, Buckler, and Windlace. He's got his speedy string, he's got his shield, and he's got his boots. He's fine.
At one point, he had brown boots, 2 Windlaces. Then he decided to sell one, or I don't know if he dropped it
into Tranquils.
Yeah, he upgraded one, but I think he sold one because he had brown boots, 1 Windlace, and Buckler at one point. Just buying the items before he dies. And then he sells them.
Now, I remember the TI qualifiers, one of FNG's Bane games. He didn't have boots until 23 minutes or something like that. Just running around, no boots, just Windlace and a magic stick at like 23 minutes. He doesn't need items.
Yeah, that's the thing about Ben. He's surprisingly high level. He's level 13.
Team Spirit, yet again, playing very defensively off these high grounds. Riki shoving down towards bottom. Not really giving too much open farm space to their center on their Ember, though. Alliance looking to exploit this, but Team Spirit, they are ready and waiting near this Roshan pit. Boxy, half HP already. Might be a little bit worried about moving forward, and this Arcane Rune on 9 is going to cause them a lot of problems.
Yeah, they can't go in. That's 4-second cooldown on Sleight of Fist. He's even TPing on the top lane. Doesn't care because he has 25 seconds cooldown on Boots of Travel with Arcane Rune.
He TP'd onto a 1 HP creep. That's how little he cares. He was just like, I'm TPing top. I'm shoving out a wave. Alliance give up on their dreams of Roshan.
So the thing About Gyro against the Centaur. I would always pick a Centaur. Level 25 Centaur, man, with the Return Aura. Gyro just kills himself with the Flag Cannon.
I mean, that
he needs to have Satanic at that point.
like Centaur with Spectre is insane.
Yeah.
Like, sure enough, you've got a Haunt and Stampede, but once you get to that Return Aura, things get super nasty. Alliance still setting themselves up to just make sure that Team Spirit don't steal Roshan. Also preparing themselves for a Roshan take themselves. Io and Gyro get a bit of a shove going down towards bottom lane as now Alliance take the high ground on the Ancients, but the Blink, Crush, 3 men caught. In comes the Gyro with the Io as well. The cooldown looks decent, but it's the backstab here. Skitters jump forward, Qualifiers caught, down to half HP as 9 moves forward. Ember Spirit has his name, his number, but the stuns arrive. Can Qualifier survive? 9 Remnant back and forth. Retreats away, but in comes Insania. Triple Remnant on Ricky. Takes him down within an inch of his life, but there he will die. Skitter and 9 retreating back to their fountain, and I think they might have Biver here if they can just get a familiar stun. Beautiful. Catch him and kill him, and Roshan is now open for Alliance to take.
Ember Spirit is maybe gonna be able to stop them for a while if he TP's on a mid lane right now, but he's just farming jungle. He gave up on a Roche. That's level 2 corrosive skin. Haze plus Solar Crest. I think did he pick up? No, he didn't actually pick up True Strike on level 20, which I expected him to do. There's Gyro already showing with Eagle Song, and you have a Solar Crest and Visage.
Yeah, it looks like he's going heavy into magic damage. Shivers into Radiance.
Yeah, if he's going for a Radiance as the next item, then it makes more sense.
But then it feels like you're relying on this Ricky who is significantly underfarmed. 10k net worth, behind the Slardar even. He doesn't have his Manta finished, needs that, and then you start thinking about, do you want to buy an MKB on Ricky? Not really. You want that Basher or the Nully or the Aghanim Scepter, these items that help you play the hero properly. But you might be forced into a situation where an MKB is required.
So Io is level 16, we didn't talk about that. Gyro has the Aghanim Scepter upgrade.
Ricky getting away from the Aghanim Scepter upgrade. Mickey with the Maelstrom as well. Making full use of his Io buddy. Oh, have they seen this? Yeah. Pings are coming out. Oh, hello. Sentry Observer on top of Sentry Observer. FNG. Doesn't realize Boxy is here. Gets jumped and caught. Not quite dead just yet, but the BKB will secure it as they jump in onto the Ricky, onto the Rubik with the Ricky, but look at him go. Relocate forward. Mickey here with Tiger. Hester Joe in a lot of trouble, but they want to go for Skither instead. Low HP, nearly dead. Oh, he's not going to get away from that. 9 joins the fight, but it's too little too late. Mickey charging forward, and Biver dropping low. Kuiper wants this kill, but it's 9 that's going to get used up into the air. The Flame Guard dispelled. Or not, that was his only use. Never mind. Crush does get dodged by it regardless. But Team Spirit just getting caught out here, feeling that they have an advantage, trying to spring that trap. But again, like you mentioned in previous fights, it's just a little bit too sloppy.
At this point, it's pretty much Team Ember Spirit. He didn't die once. 8-0 and 7, getting closer to that Radiance.
But the full butterfly is there for Gyro now. Scythe of Ice nearly coming. Qualifier is super close to it.
Io should use Tether on Visage, just so that he could summon one more bird, and then the bird stays.
Look there.
Did I dream that Slardar had an Aghanims upgrade? Have I been listening to Slacks too much?
I gotta check, man.
I'm like 99% sure he doesn't.
He doesn't have it, no.
So I think I was talking to someone about it, and we were saying how like Darkseer's AoE surge talent is dumb. Just give Slardar an AoE corrosive haze, you know, just AoE corrosive haze. Put it on everyone.
That would be a little bit OP.
Level 25 talent with Ags.
Non-dispellable AoE corrosive haze.
Undispellable.
Okay, Jerry.
Yeah, oh, that'd be fine. Absolutely fine. Smoke from Alliance looking to push their advantage. 4,000 net worth lead now. Not really a massive amount by the metrics, but it's all about this cheese on the IO. The BKB on Boxy, 9 seconds for him, but Qualifier has the Scythe of Vice. That lockdown has arrived, and we might finally see the Ember Spirit die. 1500 HP, plenty of armor.
Yeah, after he saw that he has a Hex, Ember Spirit immediately puts Lincoln Sphere. So he can either dispel that, I mean remove, or Corrosive Haze, which is pretty good.
Oh, here we go. 3+2. Alliance with 3 mid. And of course, the partners in crime, Io and Gyro. They'll safely farm back in the jungle now after shoving out top. But this smoke from Spirit feels like it's just got to pay off. They need to get a couple of kills, and they are beeline sprinting straight towards Mika and Tiger. But they feel it coming. The game sense is there. No one's showing on the map. Like, you kind of expect Ember Spirit to TP bottom and maybe push a wave.
Yeah, FNG is already pinging. Someone should show, because they know. Look where the mid lane is standing, and top lane is also a Radiant. No,
yeah, Radiant even scan over here.
the lanes were not pushed. That was really a bad smoke.
Like, I think even if just, you know, Ember Remnants mid and TPs for one wave push bottom lane, it gives Alliance maybe a false sense of security, and then that smoke can kick in and catch someone. But it's one of those desperation plays where you feel like you need to be 5-man, you need to be grouped up, you're scared of what Alliance brings to the table. 2 minutes 40 for the Roshan fast spawn. And that one's going to be with Refresher Shard as well.
They don't have the best heroes for Refresher Shard on side of Alliance. Like, you can refresh a BKB on Slaughter, Double Crush, or just use it on Gyro.
Yeah, resummoning the birds never feels amazing unless you're forced into that situation. Gem now on Boxy as well.
Oh, Team Spirit, they're standing on a ward.
Ricky has his Manta. How are we looking for buybacks? I'm feeling like the Dire have none. The Dire have one. Here's the Dark Willow with buyback money. Saving up for a Scythe of Ice for herself, but they are pinned back in their base. An Alliance with a gem. Clear out the map of Observer wards. There's only one now remaining on the map from Spirit. Systematic increase of Alliance's lead, little by little, gone from 4 to 5 to 6.
That's Aghanim Scepter on a Centaur.
Oh, but Boxy's invis under the sentry. He's holding onto this gem and immediately BKBs. FNG gets tapped down. And there goes the last remaining bit of vision for the Dire team. They're moving forward, our Alliance. They've spotted this Ricky. A Terrorize will be good here. Onto a couple of them with the tricks of the trade. Down goes Boxy. Can Mickey stand his ground and fight through this? Because Centaur, he is one tanky badass, but dead for 60. Alliance hold their own on this Dire side of the map. 2 dead without buyback. 9, Biver and Skitter both lurking around looking for a continuation of this team fight. Tiger, though, they'll spot out the Ricky, and I think this might just be it. Game 1 done and dusted, maybe. Ember can hold them at bay with Shiver's Guard, with the Remnants, with a Sleight of Fist and the jump forward. He's looking for Tiger, but he bounces back into the base, where he is at least safe.
And they don't have the best tower damage. Gyro now has a Satanic, which is going to be pretty impossible to take down. They need to kill this Io. The problem is he has a Ghost Scepter, so Ricky can't jump in. They have no vision, so Nullifier would be a good choice. They have one more Ghost Scepter on Rubik. Takes a lot of farm, and Ricky is really not getting it.
So Wraith King was banned in this game.
Yes.
And I don't know if Spectre was banned, but in the lobby, FNG was saying that Skitter's mum has told him no Spectre.
Yeah.
He's grounded if he picks Spectre, so I'm a little bit worried here. I thought it was good parenting. You know, I'm a big fan of Skitter's mum telling him and laying down the laws of the land and saying you cannot pick Spectre. It's not what we expect from you in this day and age. It's just not reasonable behavior. maybe FNG has to bring out the Spectre in game 2 because Ricky hasn't really worked.
Yeah, now that they have a gem, Ricky's gonna have a really hard time bypassing them. They're gonna maybe need to use Centaur ulti to get on top of Ricky. Sorry, Io.
And there we have it. Boxy takes the gem back off Qualifier, shadow blading forward. Centaur illusion in the pit, scan onto Skitter. Boxy sees the Centaur inside.
1 minute until the Roche spawn. No one is playing the bottom lane.
Ember with only one remnant. And he doesn't have any pre-placed. Good blink, hoof stomp, terrorize on top. They've caught the gyro, but the trouble is, this Io's keeping him alive through all of the burst, and now the BKB with a satanic, and he turns and he fights, and 9 has to run and hide. Qualifier down on the low ground with the 4-staff out, the stun for the Kurt's crown catches Tiger, but Alliance, they're still strong. They're ready to fight. The stolen grip, is that real? Insania keeps the Ember locked down. Dead for 100 with buyback available, but FNG, he's hunted, he's given up. He is a lone, pathetic little deer in the woods. They don't care about that. They want the buck. They want the big kill. They head for their mantle and they will find it. 9 forced back into his own base. The sleight of fist will buy him time, but the Yules keeping Boxy up in the air. Familiars with a stun. Can they catch? 9 somehow stays alive through this. And they killed off Boxy and cleared up the gem. Somehow Alliance lose 5 heroes. It did take a couple of big buybacks.
When I said it's going to be huge, I thought they're going to be able to kill the gyro before he pops a BKB and Satanic, but the procs from Aghanim Scepter, from Io Tether, actually kept him alive. He was life stealing and using some Maelstrom procs as well to deal the damage. Ember Spirit needed to buy back. Roche is up now. I'm not sure if they have enough damage to actually take him down. That's 3rd Roche. Yeah, they have really bad lineup for a Roche. Centaur needs to go in and tank it. They have 40 seconds.
I just love this. Ember with 6,000 damage. Dark Willow taking 2,000 gold. Gyro with 6,500 damage. 9 people dying. 2 buybacks. What more could you ask for in a team fight?
So we didn't talk about Dark Willow. She has a GPM talent and now took 2,000 gold. She's gonna get really close to Hex right now.
Yeah, super close.
I wonder if they're gonna give Refresher Shard to Centaur, or they have such a good heroes for
her. Double Ag Stampede, or
that could work. Also double Bedlam, Terrorize,
double Tricks of the Trade.
Ricky with cheese right now,
and we've hit that 40-minute mark. Cost. We were looking at Alliance, their itemization, the way that their game plan was going. It looked like they planned to, or at least wanted to, finish by around 35-40 minutes. Are things slipping out of their hands? Have they got, enough momentum behind them, enough left in the tank to take this home?
Well, Visage is going to drop off. So is Slaughter. Gyro still has a couple of slots that he can fill. He can swap Maelstrom. He does have 1 more slot. He can go really big. The problem is other heroes inside of Team Spirit are gonna get the items as well. Centaur is level 19. I'm just hoping to see a level 25 Centaur in this game because of the Return Aura. Man, Ember Spirit with... Okay, he finished the Mjolnir. Has Arcane Rune. I thought that he's gonna buy a full Octarine.
Get rid of that Aquila. Sell that damn thing. Boxy, Shadow Blade, Sentries are here with a gem from Biver. 5,000 gold saved up on the Dark Willow.
A tool to teach.
Good high ground hold here from Alliance. Being pinged out. Pretty much everybody on the Dire team spam pinging and now scanning, so they know that Alliance are lurking in the area, but 9 is bottom shoving waves in, and Alliance, all of a sudden the team that are held back and bunkered down on their side of the map. Has to join this Centaur. Just standing in the middle of like an open field, snipers all around him, just, yeah, shoot me, give me a go. Absolute unit does not care. Aghanim's upgraded ulti, Blink Crush, Boxy finds one. FNG being chased down by the Slardar, but Skitter, where did he go? What's happened there? Ricky's dead? Centaur and Ricky both blown up as Mickey and Boxy clearing Team Spirit up one by one. 9 in FNG, retreating all the way back through the river past middle lane, TPing out now with a Blink of the Crush, and Boxy will find an easy kill. Team Spirit down 3 heroes, and Alliance ready to strike again.
Yeah, but the bottom lane is being pushed. They need to use the glyph.
They need to send someone back there at the very least. Insania will clear up the creep wave with a double edge. But what happened to the Ricky Lacoste? Like, I'm looking at FNG getting chased, and I'm wondering, like, is Boxy wasting his time? And then you look at the middle, and Ricky just has died.
I think he got hexed and just blown up by Visage and Gyro, probably. Centaur didn't even use his refresher shard. Ricky still has cheese, so all the items are up on them. Ember Spirit has enough gold to buy the item that he wants, 7,000 gold almost. Let's check the buyback status.
He's decided to change from Octarine to Battle Fury, it looks like. 3-minute buyback cooldown on Ember, Bane, and a 1-minute cooldown on that Dark Willow. Ember Spirit's got to play this tight.
Battle Fury against the Visage Birds. So he gets cleave on every single proc. He could deal a ton of the damage if they're just lumping in one bad place to fight. So I don't know. It's hard to buy this item for Ember Spirit right now, especially because he doesn't have a buyback. He has Aegis though, but is he actually going for it? Yeah.
So is that just going to be him transitioning now into, Battle Fury Rapier, Battle Fury Daedalus? So it often feels very awkward since the talent introductions to shift your item build from magic into that kind of cleave slash physical.
He still has 25 damage on level 10, Searing Change, which is not magical damage. I mean,
oh, they are about to.
Oh, they're gonna fight him.
Clash with Boxy, BKBing, and has to go trapped in that cooldown. Still survives, but can he get away with his life? The terrorize in the back allows 9 to get the double sleight of fist charges through. Qualifier trapped with the Searing Chains, and Team Spirit, they've done the work. Mickey is left high and dry, all alone here. In the smoke screen, and Boxy returns. Buys back, and Tiger will do the same, trying to get into the battle, but it's not fast enough. Boxy, is this a dieback for you? He's caught. Oh, he's dead. Skitter with a double kill, and Alliance in a lot of trouble.
This fight didn't start well for Team Spirit. They used Sleep when Centaur was about to stun Slaughter, so he popped a BKB, also that's a dieback from Slaughter, and Centaur somehow managed to survive, popped the refresher shard, used one more ulti, so they were not taking damage in that fight. Ricky didn't even use cheese. Ember Spirit has another 6,000 gold.
He just bought Battle Fury. 31.7k net worth on your Ember. But I think that's one of the first fights we've seen Skitter get into a fight, use multiple spells before dying, and he didn't die in the end. Now with the Basher up, moving into Aghanim Scepter next, Team Spirit with a new lease of life. Suddenly there's breath in their lungs. After feeling downtrodden and potentially out of this game, they've got an 11,000 net worth lead. They're pushing tier 3s, they're threatening barracks. Cooldown will not deter Hester Joe here, as he's still pretty much full HP. Dragged back to the Hex now. In onto the Ember Spirit. Will they have enough damage to kill him off? He's gone. Whoa. Where did he not have Aegis? He didn't. He walked back in and died.
Back and died.
No buyback for a couple of minutes. He will have it soon though. But look at this damage and onto Mickey. They've cleared up the Gyro. Dead for 2 minutes. Team Spirit backing up for now, but I could see them going straight in for the barracks.
Yeah, they're waiting. Ember Spirit is going to buy back. He has 5 seconds cooldown on that buyback.
Not long at all. Curse Crown onto Qualifier. Centaur stuns the familiars as this tethered up Mud Golem going to accomplish absolutely nothing. Now buyback from 9 in deep onto the tier 4s. They've slightly fisted a Ghost Sceptered IO, but they've got the Blink Strike to finish him off.
That's a game, Jerry.
It does look like it, Larry. 41 to 35. I mean, we had an even game for the longest time. Very little between the two squads. We did have a 10,000 lead for Alliance once it looked like they'd reached critical mass at around 37 minutes, but it swung back very quickly. A couple of lost team fights for Alliance, and Spirit were just let straight in through the back door, but it's not over just yet. Alliance going to give it another go. The trouble is, they've called GG.
We talked about how Team Spirit lineup is better in the late game because Alliance lineup is gonna fall off as time goes by. They did not have enough tools to siege the high ground and not enough